Alright, let's begin yoga. Come to Tadasana pose by making your body nice and tight, starting up in your head, going all the way down your feet, and concentrate on your breath just like you were doing in meditation. You're going to be learning new core torso stability poses, and we're going to be doing this for the next 4 weeks. So let's get ready for a double arm lift. You can inhale and lift your arms overhead. We're also going to add in a calf raise when I tell you here. So hold on with that. And lift up onto your toes, raising your heels off the ground. And try to balance with your arms over your head. Continue to balance. And then lower back down. Bring your arms back to the side of your body. Reset. Inhale and lift your arms again. And let's dive into Uttanasana, forward bend. Add some hip movement side to side. Let gravity do the work. Just let your body hang down, let your arms be loose. I know that some of you get quite fatigued in this pose, so if you have to stand up and reset, feel like you can do so. You don't have to stay in Uttanasana the entire time. You can break it up. And just let your body become static now in Uttanasana. Reach down farther with each exhale of the breath. And let's come up to halfway lift. Set your hands either below your knees or above your knees. Get your back nice and tight and flat. And dive back into Uttanasana, rounding your back, reaching down, and then let's stand up. Lift your arms overhead, dive down for another round of Uttanasana. Again, if you have to break up the time in Uttanasana, that's okay. Just come up to halfway lift if you're there. Dive back down in Uttanasana. Another time in halfway lift. Forward bend all the way down, and then stand up all the way. Reset your body. Let's get ready for the hip hinge and rotation pose next. Twist to the left side, placing your right elbow on your left thigh. Look up towards the ceiling. Now let's come back to center and rotate to the right. Left elbow on your right thigh. Look up towards the ceiling. And then come back to center, dive down into Uttanasana. And then stand up all the way. Now you can prepare yourself for 3 sets of sun salutations. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Dive down to forward bend. Halfway lift. Another forward bend. Place your hands on the mat. Shoot your feet back. Come to the plank. Push-up position. Come to chaturanga. Set your hands for upward facing dog, and then push your body up to upward facing dog. We're going to take some time here. Let that back arch. Look up slightly. And push your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bicycle your feet up and down. Step forward, bringing your feet together. Halfway lift, forward bend, and then stand all the way up. You're going to do this next set at your own pace, so I'm not going to give you any instructions. You can do it on your own and begin. You can look back at the video for reference, but move at your own pace. If you finish before I am done on the video, just rest in mountain pose until the 3rd set. So this 3rd set's going to be the same. Move at your own pace. And when you're finished, come back to Tadasana and just rest. Make sure when you get to downward facing dog that you're shortening the distance between your hands and your feet, making it more challenging for yourself. We're going to stand all the way back up, come to Tadasana for a moment, and then work our way down to our mats, coming to our hands and knees. We're going to come to the tabletop position, making our back flat. And we're going to do cat-cow poses or movements. Starting with the cat, we're going to inhale and round our backs, locking out our arms, pressing our hands into the mat, and pointing our head towards the ground. Notice how my back is curved and rounded. Once you've taken that inhale at the beginning, you can breathe at a normal pace. You don't have to hold your breath the whole time. And exhale, arch your back. A nice arch in our back. We're going to look up slightly. Just set your gaze out in front of you. We're going to inhale, come back to cat. So round your back. Exhale into cow. Arch your back. Continue to hold. And then inhale into cat again, rounding your back. And exhale into cow, arching your back again. In a bit, we're going to come to a new pose called the bird dog. You're going to lift one arm and one leg at the same time, starting with the right arm and lifting your left leg up and back. So it's going to be opposite arm and opposite leg. Once both are up, you're going to balance and then hold. So the key point for the bird dog for the leg is to lift it up and back, but use your glutes to extend your hips so the leg lifts up even more. Let's switch to the other side, a left arm and right leg. Continue to hold. And then come back down, switch sides. Right arm, left leg, lift them up. Switch to the other side. Left arm, right leg. And then come back down. Let's sit back into Vajrasana, saddle pose, to just rest. And lift your arms overhead and then dive forward into child's pose. Reaching and pressing your arms forward, driving your hips back. Let's get ready for our next pose called Navasana, or boat pose. So you're going to sit on your butt, lean forward, and then when you're ready, you're going to rock back onto your hips. So sit back, and you're going to balance with your hips piked up. We're going to start by using our hands as assistance on our legs. And then if you're ready, you can let go of your legs and balance. We're using our abdominal muscles to hold ourselves up. And to make it more challenging, you can lengthen your body. Continue to hold. If you need to grab onto your legs, do so. And then rest. Bring your feet back to the ground, lean forward. We have 2 more sets here. Let's lean back into boat pose. And it's kind of hard to see, but my feet are lifted off the ground. Rest, bring your feet back to the ground, lean forward. 1 more set. Lean back, lift your feet off the ground. And then rest. So we're going to lie on our backs now in supine. And then we're going to do arm sweeps. So you can let your arms rest by the side of your body to start. And we've done this pose before. It's going to be like the double arm lift, except you're lying down. And inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head. And try to reach back behind you. You can also dorsiflex your ankles, so pulling your feet back towards your shins. Exhale, sweep your arms back down. And then inhale to lift your arms, sweep them overhead. Exhale, sweep your arms back down. Your next series of poses are going to be the leg raise flow. Just pay attention to my instructions and follow along. So bend your knees, lift your knees towards your chest, and then lengthen your legs, lifting your feet towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. Hold in this position here. Keep holding, and then bend our knees, and then lengthen our legs back out towards the ground. Keep your feet hovering off the ground for a moment. Lift your knees back towards your chest, and then lengthen your legs so the bottom of your feet are facing the ceiling. Keep your legs straight and lower them towards the ground, nice and slow as possible, and then you can rest. Let them drop to the floor. Let's get ready for this again. It's very challenging on your abdominal muscles, so rest up. Bend your knees towards your chest. Lengthen your legs out, bottom of the feet facing the ceiling. Bend your knees again, and then lengthen them out. Hover your feet off the ground. Bend your knees towards your chest. Lift them up towards the ceiling. And then keep them straight to lower them towards the ground. Rest. We're going to come to rocking baby pose. Lift your knees towards your chest, grab onto your legs, and rock side to side. This is our last movement for the day. Start preparing yourself for the guided meditation. You're going to pull up your Waking Up app, go to the intro course, and complete day 9. Continuing with rocking baby. This is for a little bit longer. Drop your feet to the ground. And then come to Savasana pose. You're going to do the meditation lying down today instead of sitting up with your legs crossed. So we're going to make it as relaxing and as calming as possible. So when you're ready, pull up your Waking Up app and then complete the meditation.